so I can.
So I see Song of Love and its
Check.
Gloria.
Checking.
Checking.
the
Check.
stream.
Checking. We solid?
Oh, no,
Solid as a rock. Ha 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 ha. So what does she win? The X Play fucking Coups of the Century or something? Yeah.
Okay, we are live, baby.
We're live, everybody. We're live. It happened. Boy, I tell you, setting this thing up we break a lot of reunion rules, but what are you gonna do?
yeah.
You know,
I mean,
shop steward be
super
damned.
overtime.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody, welcome. This is the Brian McCarthy interview show. If you're watching, you could be watching on Facebook or YouTube. Let me just right at the very top of this. We have a guest today. She's on her way. Lainey, who has been providing us with guests the past couple of weeks. It's, Lainey is like a representative she's like a PR person for adult industry. Is that right? Yeah. So she's great. I've known her for a long time. And anyway, funny enough, though, next week we have Howard on the show, and it looks like she also represents Howard. So
it's crazy.
I didn't know that
Howard brokers all over his blazer deals.
Yeah, exactly. Right. His he does a lot of videos where he just takes off layers of clothing.
Probably.
Like,
That's probably
you like this sweater vest? You know what's underneath it? Right. Another sweater vest. So we'll have Howard next week. So our streak of hot babes ends today. But the girl's name is Kimberly Rain.
September Rain.
Not
to be confused with November Rain.
Or Cocaine. Or Black Rain, the movie with Michael Douglas about the Yakuza.
The Yakuza.
Yeah,
I didn't know. No, I'm a big fan of their work.
I like.
I didn't know there was a movie about it.
You need some Japanese Yakuza tattoos.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I imagine because I feel like Japanese people are always very polite. So I imagine like the Japanese mafia, they're polite, but ruthless.
Yeah, I feel like when they go, they go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're very ruthless. Back in Minnesota, there's a bunch of there's a big Hmong population.
Hmong
beans? Which is like a part of China, I guess.
Yep.
Is that checks out?
Sure.
And
sounds
so
weird enough.
Tons of Hmong gangsters. There's like these Hmong gangs, and they're very wild.
Is that the one? Is that the same ones from like Gran Torino?
I think so.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
What are you spooks doing with that girl? That's my favorite. What are you spooks doing with that girl? Fucking Clint Eastwood.
That would Clint Eastwood. I've never seen that.
Oh, it's great.
Gran Torino.
It'd be so funny. It'd be great if the director's like, well, I think it was Clint was the director, but they're like, hey, Clint, the script says blacks. No, I'm using spooks. No, I'm gonna say that. It's okay. Right. You can't cancel me, goddammit. I'm Dirty Harry. Do your worst. What are you spooks doing? She's like, there's this white kid. Everyone has. I can't believe you don't know the clip. There's just like this idiot white kid in like a long white T-shirt, and he's walking with like some Asian. The whole premise of the movie is like Clint Eastwood lives in an area of California where the neighborhood is being, turned a lot of Asians are moving.
Sure.
And I don't like him one bit. Just everywhere. The slant slopes, slopes, slant. Oh yeah. So
slants.
But there's a family moving next door, and he comes front of him eventually. But there's this one girl. She's like a little, she's an Asian girl, and she's with this white kid. And there's like three, like, I tell you, Hollywood and black people, it's like embarrassing because like three black people, and they're like three young black guys standing on a corner, and they're like, "What's up, little nice girl? What's she like?" That would never happen. Like, did your shit go sideways?
Oh shit!
And the white kid's like, "Yo, what's up? We're going to get some DVDs."
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And
like every Asian stereotype.
Yeah, and the white kid's like a big goof ball, and I mean, the only great thing was like the three black guys were like, they were like, the white kid was so great too. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna leave you here to get raped." Know what I mean? What's up, my bro? Goodbye. And he like, and then no, you're gonna watch me do this over, fortune cookie. And then Clint Eastwood pulls up in like a 1925, like beautifully restored pickup truck, And he goes, "What are you spooks doing?" And then and he pulls out a big gun, and of course, blah blah blah. But anyway, so yeah. So we have a girl coming today who
bring out the girls.
Bring out the girls. So
then Clint says, bring out the girls.
Come on. You know what I want.
You know what I want.
You know what I
need.
What I'm
here for.
Yeah. But anyway, I wanted to say but I want to get on the show before she shows up. She's running late. Lainey's coming, whatever. So we're going to do this, and we may stop for a second when she comes in, and we'll just pull it back up. And we have some new Patreon friends we want to say hello to and thank you to, but we'll get to all that.
Do that. We could do that on the Patreon since they'll be watching.
We will. But we do have 2 new Patreon. So, and boy, I'm so excited for the fun they're going to have.
Sure.
I wish it's kind of like
Buckle
knowing,
up.
but yeah, strap in. If you're going to run the marathon this weekend, cancel it. Just stay home. All that training for naught. We have the New York City Marathon this weekend. I know that we want these shows to be evergreen, but look for a lot of idiots wrapped in aluminum foil blankets walking around the Upper West Side on Sunday.
They put the space blankets on
absolutely
before the marathon.
And then they go, my nipples fell off. At mile 18, my nipples fell off.
Right.
What I love about the marathon is like people run it, and then the people that win it, it's always like they're either from Kenya or Somalia or Ethiopian, and they fucking win it, and it's like no big deal. Like the people that run it, they're like, and these guys, they run it barefoot because they win like $100,000 or something. Like you can make a living running.
Right?
Yes.
Wow, just run it. Eh?
And traditionally, people from that part of Africa, they're very long limbs, so they're good long distance runners. So they always, but it's funny because like they win it in like 2 hours and 8 minutes. They run whatever it is, 26.2 miles or something. Right. And they win it and then immediately they win it. Then nobody else shows up in for an hour and a half. And then people start to trickle in. And then one year my wife ran it, and she ran it, and a friend of hers ran it, and her friend was so slow that they had that van that goes around and that picks the stragglers up. The very end of the marathon, there's like a van that goes the route marathon, just looking for people that may have died or something.
Right.
Like
people looking for people hyperventilating.
Yeah, people laying on the side, like in Brooklyn. And years ago, you can look this up if you want, but there was a guy that actually won the marathon. This is a long time ago. They found out that he took the subway, which is really funny if you think about it.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he hearing about that.
Yeah, it was like it's like sounds like an urban legend, but it's a real thing. Like
I mean, you think about it though, it's like it would be a very hard thing to monitor.
Well, now it isn't because they have everyone on their little everyone has tracking things on.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that to avoid
they have to wear 8-pound tracking helmets now.
Sure.
Remember since that big like satellite dishes on their heads.
Jump on one of those rebel scooters,
yeah,
maybe, and
yeah. How'd you win? So how'd you do this in 45 minutes? My cousin Tony picked me up in Bay Ridge, and we made no traffic. It's unbelievable. I mean, I ran a little bit. I'll be honest. I ran through the car, and I ran out of the car, and I ran out, and to look good, I sprayed some water on myself. I wanted it to look authentic. So anyway, but that guy, but now they have, they have an app, and you can like follow everyone's progress and everything. But that's on Sunday. But what I wanted to say was, I got this is probably interesting to nobody, but I got the results of my my court case.
Oh, I'm very interested.
Well, I thought you might be, and I wish
I've been wondering about this.
Well, you and me both, because just I'm very broad stroke recap is, I had this TV that over a year ago fell off the wall, and I've talked about it probably way too many times. I can't remember, but and then that fell off the wall. So I took the contractor to small claims court, and that was just about 2 months ago, and I sued the contractor in small claims court for the TV, basically just the television, the cost of the TV, not even the TV that I purchased, but the TV that I was on the wall. I mean, it wasn't a big difference money wise, and then the cost of the TV, the cost of the new mount, the repair of the wall, and then the remounting of the television. So that was what I did. So it worked out to be in the neighborhood of $5,700. All told, right?
It's not nothing.
It's not nothing. So I went to court, with my buddy Arnold, and we went in. The contractor showed up. He didn't show up the first time. He showed up the second time. So I brought, listen, my wife, who's very organized, she brought all the paperwork and stuff. So it was all very, if I did it, it would have fucking probably been a big mess for a couple of different reasons. But like, so I went in and talked to the judge, and it takes about 2 months to get your judgment. So I got the judgment and I won. Okay.
Yeah.
But I only got $2,500.
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird. I'm like very annoyed.
It's very I don't know. It's weird. I think they usually have a reasoning behind it, but it's also very arbitrary.
I'll come back next week and I'll have a more detailed reason why, because we got paper last night, and my wife kind of read it to me, like we sort of skimmed through it. And on Monday, I'm having lunch with a buddy of mine who's an attorney, and lucky him, I'm going to show it to him. And,
sure.
But, you know,
you're going to ambush him with the papers.
I'm going to sue him
like
too.
People do with doctors. You check out this rash.
Yeah. What do you think? Can I pop this?
Yes.
Should I pop this thing, or should I go to a doctor?
This is a boil or a cyst.
Yeah, exactly. You take a semen sample from my arm. What? Anyway, so but yeah, I don't know. Like, to me, it was a fucking slam dunk. I don't see how I didn't get. Because you can ask for like pain and suffering, and you can like
I know that's pretty hard to get.
I see
the pain and suffering and that whole sort of thing.
Well, in the while I have been waiting for the results from my first case. I had another, as people probably know, I had another TV in my daughter's room. As a matter of fact, we were here. You were here when it happened.
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks ago today.
Yes, it's crazy because I heard something, and I assumed you were just putting something back because you were in that side of the house.
Yeah.
I believe.
Thing came crashing down.
So
that TV fell. So this past week, I filed yet another small claims court.
Wow.
And I went down there again. And now I have filed for that you can file for up to 10 grand. And even not knowing I only got 2,500, I filed for the whole 10 grand this time. I went for pain and suffering because fuck this guy. Yeah. You know, like seriously, you put 5 TVs up, 2 fall off the wall, and the other 3 were mounted in a very dangerous and unsafe manner. So, but I don't have, my court date is not until June 9th. So,
wow.
I know. It was so funny because I had to go down to the courthouse, and you have to like wait in line. And the guy is this older Jewish guy, and he goes, all right, the next date I have is June 9th, 9:30 or 11:30.
Wow.
And I said, well, I don't know, 9:30 because I'm having a refrigerator delivered. Fucking
that window.
Yeah.
The cable guy's coming.
Yeah. June 9th. Jesus Christ. When is that even? It's after May. I know that, before July.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that
in the summer.
So that's my big like stupid news. Now, the name of our guest is what again?
September Rain.
September Rain. So if you're watching on YouTube, if there's any questions that you want to ask, she just won the X Play.
Absolutely. I have it on my phone. X Play, some sort of award for X Play. The first ever.
Oh, first ever. Something like that.
She'll know more about it.
But so if there's any questions you want to ask, porn,
do your research now.
We should be. She's on her way. She's 10 minutes away, and that was 10 minutes ago.
And by research, I mean, feverishly masturbate to her, and then you can ask her a question.
I tried to look her up earlier today, and then I couldn't. But you found a bunch of stuff. But
yeah.
It's interesting when you look for porn people and you say the last name Rain. There's a ton of Rains out there.
It's like rain of
right. But I'm not typing it. I'm saying it.
Okay.
So there's
I'm wondering if maybe are they misspelling it?
Well, yeah, probably. Well, I found her. Ultimately, I did find her.
I think it's that, right?
Yeah. But I mean, it is REIGN. Yes, you're right. But there's like a porn star from the 90s who I actually met once named Taylor Rain, Tay.
Sure.
You remember her?
I think so. Yeah.
Skinny little white.
There weren't as many of the porn gals back then, so you kind of knew, you were aware of all of them.
I know. You put a gun in my
probably
head.
saw her in a Vivid film or something.
She wasn't quite a Vivid girl.
Not in the Vivid.
But she was a goer. That's for sure.
Sure.
I remember there was a girl, there was a porn girl named Ashlyn Brooke. who was from like Oklahoma, very pretty girl. One of those girls that looked like she was nowhere. She had nothing to do with porn. Very unporno-y looking. And apparently she did porn and then she got out of it. And when I was living in California, I was at dinner at a sushi place with my wife and my kids in an area called Calabasas. And I was sitting at a table and she was sitting across from us. And she was like kind of making like funny little faces to my daughter. And I just looked at her. I said, "Oh, you're Ashlyn Brooks." She was horrified.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't know. I think it's got to be weird because the minute somebody goes, "You're Ashlyn," it's like somebody going, "Hey, I've jerked off to you."
Exactly.
Hey, I've made many comes to you.
Yes.
So I get it. Yes. But apparently this Ashlyn Brooks, she's now a lesbian and she had no fun making porn. Like it was not a good time.
You hear that and it's sad. There's a girl, Brittany White, that I like that, and I heard that
you like her, and her name's White. You can see them going there.
Well, yeah, but so is Barry. You know what I mean?
I'd fuck him.
Yeah. Ooh, with that baritone.
Oh yeah.
But I think I found out she was a lesbian, and I'm like, oh fuck, she didn't like any of that.
Yeah. I mean, but then you do hear people that are very like sex positive and they're into it. So I don't really, kind of, I don't know. I guess it's like
I feel like
I guess it's like the gamut of any industry. Should we just stop for a second?
Is anybody here right now?
Other than just us. I know, but there could be a delivery. Adam's gonna look at the door. Our guest is running late. Oh no, I'm all by myself. Not to say shit about Adam. You know what I hate about Adam? Everything. So I'm gonna just stop talking for a second. All right, bye. Hi. Hey, what's happening? Good. We have dogs. They're nice. Sorry. I can
Oh, no, I like dogs. I'm fine. I have a husband. I know how they are.
Oh, let me stop.
Yeah. And I don't want to have the jeans.
Hey, what's up? I'm fine. How you doing? Thanks for doing the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Come on in. No.
Okay.
Come on in.